Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. Buckle up because we have a lot to talk about in today's video. I'm going to give you all an update about my wedding planner. And if you haven't watched last week's video, pause and go back to last week's video because you want to watch the walkthrough of that planner. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update about the wedding planner, and then we're going to walk through the February 2023 cloth and paper subscription boxes, which I'm actually excited about this time. And we are gonna plan for the upcoming week. So grab your favorite beverage and stay tuned. Okay, we're gonna put this down because it's still incredibly hot and I don't wanna burn myself this time. So as you all know, if you watched last week's video, you know that I recently bought a new wedding planner to start the wedding planning process. And I was meeting with my coordinator last Saturday to kind of walk through like our vision for the wedding and just a lot of the logistics, like budget, what we would want the coordinator involved with. And to be honest with you, life, like career-wise and like this business and planning-wise, I'm so busy. I want the coordinator involved in basically everything. So it was a really great meeting, but it did give me a chance to kind of see how we're gonna map out the next couple of months. Again, we're still pretty far away because we are planning for an August 2025 wedding, but there are still plenty of things that we need to do now, like venue and other vendors and contractors, things of that nature. So if you didn't watch last week's video and you still haven't paused to watch it, I bought the cloth and paper wedding planner and I loved it, but I didn't want to write in it because I just didn't know how I felt about 7x9 sizing, to be honest with you. It just feels so wide and so long, but it's such a beautiful planner and I really enjoyed the back sections of the planner. Again, go watch last week's video, but there are so many sections in the back of the planner to help you with wedding planning. There's space for vendors, you can do colors, you have your wedding party there and their contact information, their role in the wedding, there's space to have the seating chart. So a lot of that stuff I kind of plan to do digitally, but I think if you're all about paper planning, then it works really well. For me, I'm definitely a hybrid planner. You all know that I like to plan on paper, but like pre-planning is done digitally. Finances is primarily digitally, depending on my mood. So I'm still 50-50 with the planner. I haven't written in it yet. I will let y'all know. I think I'm gonna make my decision by next week, or at least by the end of February, to see, is this something that I want? And if it's not, I would love for it to have a good home. So stay tuned on that. Okay, so for starters, I absolutely loved seeing this new bag that they are using to place all of the items in. It feels like a leather, but it's described as a vegan leather. It's still really soft and it's pebbled. So I don't know if the camera is picking up the pebbled texture, but it is pebbled and it's super soft and it's not rigid, right? So you can kind of fold it and mold it for the shape that you want, which I really like. I feel like I might not necessarily use this for planner inserts, but do plan on traveling this year, so I know I can get good use out of it with that as well, because I always like to have like my cosmetics in the carry-on, and just in case you have to check it at the gate, I like to have a little bit with me in my personal item as well, just in case something goes wrong. Okay, so let's take these out. So I won't take this dashboard out of the paper yet. It is really pretty. It's minimal, it's black and white. And I think these are different sort of designer bags. I know that's the cloth and paper. I call it like a cosmetic bag because I put my makeup in there. I see YSL, Prada, Chanel. Is that Prada as well? So just different photos of like luxury items, which I think kind of fits with cloth and paper's aesthetic. So it's really cute. I definitely will add this to my planner. Do I feel like I need it? No, but it's nice to have, that's for sure. This next item in the stationery box. I wanted to pull this out because I wanted to see the back page. This is a planner insert using the Ivy Lee method. Now I have seen like some use of it primarily from the Cloth and Paper Instagram page, but I'm still not quite sure how to use it. And I do think there is kind of a description in here on how to use it, but the beauty of this is that it's completely blank, right? You could use this however you want. You don't have to do the Ivy Lee method. There's 6 boxes over here on the left. So if you really wanted to use it as kind of like a weekly admin insert, I think that's a great use for it. You could do Monday through Friday and then have 1 box for the weekend. I think that's a great use for this insert, especially if you try to do it for like work planning. And that way, I mean, I hope you aren't working on the weekend. I know I'm not. So it works really well for that too. I am excited to see and read up about the Ivy Lee method to see if this is something that will work for me. You'll know I kind of struggle with like a graph insert, but it's not dot grid, and that's what matters. I do like the graph much better than I like dot grid. In fact, the spiral planner from Cloth and Paper uses a graph, like half of the page for the week is a graph, so that works for me. It's not my favorite, I just prefer lines, but we're gonna give this a try. This right here is why I was really excited for this box. I feel like this is what I love to see when I get Cloth and Paper subscription boxes. I love to see sticky notes and just plain inserts that I could use and shape for anything that I want to use them for. And I feel like sticky notes are the perfect addition because you can literally use sticky notes for whatever you want. We won't talk about it because I'm sure you all know how you can use sticky notes in your planning, but this right here is a good addition. I really didn't need these and I love these. I am really trying to push myself, even in my wardrobe, to start wearing more color. I recently purchased a like bright pink purse from Coach because I told myself, like, you love color, right? And it's okay. It's okay to have color sometimes. So this color for me reminds me a little bit of fall, but I feel like I could see this color too in flowers, which also gives like a spring vibe. So I'm really excited to incorporate this color into my planner. Before we move on to the next one, I just wanted to give you a closer look. I think these are 3x3. Yeah, they might be 3x3. But I usually just take the sticky notes off the backing and just throw them into one of the sticky note holders that we recently got in the Cloth and Paper subscription box. I think that was 2023, but it might be 2022. This was another insert in the box that I was really excited about. By insert, I just mean like another product. These are mini oblong sticky notes in the color ash. There is matte and then there's transparent. I'm gonna try these when we plan for the week. I wanna see what works on this transparent one because it's not the same transparent sticky note paper that you see in other transparent sticky notes from Cloth and Paper. It almost reminds me of parchment paper. So we're gonna set this aside so we can test this out in this week's Plan With Me. I'm really excited about that. I mean, ash is essentially like the most neutral you can get, so I know I'll get good use out of these. But I'm curious to see what works on a transparent one. Okay, so next up is this little notepad, I think. Yeah, it's a notepad that says Ivy Lee method on the front. So there's 4 steps. Jot down 6 important tasks for tomorrow. Prioritize those 6 items. Next day, start with task 1 until done. Repeat all unfinished tasks, go to the next list. Oh my gosh, see? This is what I'm talking about. Yes, give me planning inserts I can use. I love this. I think this is a sticky note. Yes, it is a sticky note, and there's space for the task, priority, and then when it's done, you can check it right there. There's space for the date up here, but you know, you can use that if you want. I probably wouldn't. I love this. I absolutely love it. It is exactly what I would love to see in subscription boxes because I just feel like I need something neutral that I could use for my own planning style, right? So for example, I remember last year we got an artist theme box, and I'm not really artistic, but I have used that kind of like drawing paper insert that we got. That was just a plain like canvasy drawing paper type of insert, and I use that for bookmarks now. So I do appreciate like the out of the box items as well, but when something is like very geared towards planning, there's lines and there's spaces for like a check mark, I'm in my element. So this is absolutely wonderful, and I'm excited to incorporate this into this week's plan as well. So I'm gonna set this aside. Okay, so in the last portion of the stationery box are a couple bookmarks. If you know me, you know I love to read. Reading is a big part of self-care for me, so I'm really excited about these. What I've been doing lately is, like I actually just talked about, creating my own bookmarks and putting a few like transparent page flags that match the color of the book, so I can like annotate the book if I want. Actually, let me geek out for one moment and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this may not be the best example because these don't really match, but I'm currently reading The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, and my bookmark is meant to kind of go with the flow of the book cover. So when I'm done, you'll just see like page flags that match the book. I love reading like this because it helps me to mark important scenes or scenes that made me cry, scenes that made me scared, depending on what book I'm reading, of course. Like this one is kind of thriller suspense. So far I've been tracking things that made my jaw drop or new words that I've learned. In fact, let me just show you. So here they use the word, I don't even know how to pronounce that, milquetoast? I don't even know, but that means timid. I've never heard of that word before, so I marked it down. Yes, I write it in my books, and then put a little sticky note so I can always refer back to it when I want to. So these bookmarks will be a great insert for me because I can just throw some sticky notes behind it, use it to keep my place, but also keep my page flags, and then take them off and then move it to the next book when I'm ready. So the last few items are pretty typical except for one. We received the monthly calendar and pyramid form every month. This is April's. I actually haven't been using that as much since we got this. I think this works better for me in this moment, despite the pen ink you see on there. And no, I still haven't cleaned it, but I really like referring to this. I don't quite use the pyramids anymore. I guess I could take them to work, but to be honest with you, I don't know, I just don't think I would use them as much anymore. Here is a journaling card with the word harmonia on the front. The journal prompt is, this month we're breaking down tasks and prioritizing our goals. What challenges, once achieved, would give you the biggest confidence boost? Like that question. Here is the pen tester. So we're gonna keep that, put that aside, and then the month of, which I'm actually gonna keep that aside and fill that out in the plan with me portion as well. This last item is not really typical. This is a monthly reflection card. It's the monthly reflection card for February 2024, the Ivy Lee method. So when we pull the card out, it says, one step at a time. How can you bring in more balance? So here's the back of the card, which is just basically a plain white. This front of the card, is this like a covering on it? I have nails, so I can't, oh, yes it is, okay. Bam, okay, you could probably see the phone, but it's super, super reflective, and it's actually a great mirror. So this is cute, I like this. I don't know how I'm gonna use it yet, but it's cute. All in all, y'all, I have to give this box, like, at least the stationery box, I'm gonna give that like a 9 out of 10. I feel like this is probably my favorite box in a very, very long time. All of the products are something that I know that I can not only incorporate for like 1 or 2 weeks, but something that I will continuously pull from. So I'm really excited about it. Do I see any pencils? Oof, and I don't see any pencils. We love to see it. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the pen subscription box. Y'all know I struggle with the pencils we've been receiving thus far. It does not look like we have any pencils in this box, so I'm really excited to open these and get started. Okay, so the first pen up, I don't even think this is part of the pen subscription box because this wasn't in the little pen envelope that they give. This is a Moonshine pen. We'll call it Moonshine, 0.5 nib size. The barrel is white, which I like because it's neutral. Actually, it says 0.6 on here. Have I ever tried a 0.6 nib size? Let me know in the comments below if you've ever tried that nib size. Huh, this is intriguing. So let me test it somewhere. Okay, eventually. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, okay. Y'all, stop. Okay. Y'all, this pen right here, I am speechless. I'm trying not to be like super loud, but oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I love the sticky note, okay? It's no secret, y'all know I love it. I have been using the Uni Posca, I'm not even sure how to pronounce it, I'm not gonna lie. And it's more like a marker. See, it's, you know, you gotta warm it up. Shake, shake, shake. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. However, you gotta warm it up, which wasn't a problem. Like normally I do a little bit better than that. But this right here is absolutely gorgeous to me. It's such a beautiful writing. It was so smooth. It's a beautiful writing experience. I'm in love. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is it right here. This is again the Moonshine pen in white ink, and nib size I believe is 0.6. We love to see it. We really do love to see it. Okay, I'm super excited about it. You're gonna have to forgive me. I just nerded out for a moment, but I have not been excited about a pen like that in a very long time. So we love to see it, Cloth and Paper. Thank you. Okay, so these also came in the box. I don't think these were part of the pen subscription box, but let's open it and see. We'll see what these pens are about. Okay, this suggests to me that this might be erasable. Let's try that out. Okay, so we're gonna, ooh, okay nib. Okay nib, we love to see it. Okay. She may need to be warmed up. There's no way, I got two. Oh, here we go. Oh, is this gray? How do you spell gray? Do you spell with an A or an Y? Yeah, this is like a gray. It's not black. Hopefully you can see it. I hope it's not blurry for you. I like this. This is different. It's a smooth writing experience, no grip on it, and it's kind of smooth, but because it has this nib size, I always find it easier to write with that kind of nib. I don't know why. It's 0.5 millimeters, and the pen I think is Deli, D-E-L-I. Okay, this is cool. Now let's see if it erases like I suspect. Yep. Okay, let's try to erase this. Okay, so I write hard. So you can still kind of see the outline of the word gray, depending on what angle you put it at. I mean, I can still see it. I don't know if you can, but I really like this pen. I really do like this pen. This pen is staying with me. No one's taking that pen. The last kind of highlighter that was included in the box, but not necessarily the pen box, is this Monami pen, or highlighter, excuse me. Live color, ooh, okay. The color is described as chocolate milk. It has two endpoints. One is more of like a highlighter side because there's that chisel there, and then this one is definitely more marker. So marker, which I probably won't ever use, but it's, you know, nice to have. This is the side I'm excited about, and I already know I'm gonna like this color. Yep. Oh, y'all, Y'all, look at this. Okay. This color reminds me of like brown, but not brown, like orange brown with like hints of pink. Let me know your thoughts on this highlighter color. I absolutely love this. This is everything. Okay, so far I'm in love with these 3 pens. Absolutely in love with them. And I could see myself using all 3. Okay, let's actually move on to the pen box now. I pulled out this highlighter and was like, whoa, this girl is thick. Okay, I don't know if this is the color, but it says carbon neutral. I'm gonna guess that that's the color and not necessarily the brand of the highlighter, because the brand is M&G, so. Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't know what color this is coming off as, but when I initially highlighted, I said, oh, it's green in my head. And then after it dried, it looks gray. I really like this. Okay, what do you think? Is it green? Is it gray? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe we'll vote on it this week, but this is really, really pretty. Oof. And it's thick. Yeah, like when it first is applied and before it dries, it looks green, but then it dries and it looks gray. I don't know, but we love magic tricks over here. I like this. I like this. Is she gonna fit in my pen cup? I don't know, but she'll have a place on my desk for sure. Okay, this next one is a Uniball Zento, Z-E-N-T-O. It's a 0.7 nib size. This one doesn't have a grip, or maybe it does. If it does, it stops all the way up here. So this here is smooth, but it has almost like a squishy grip texture. Reminds me of an eraser, like a thick eraser. That's how it feels. Here's the nib. So not my favorite type of nib, but we'll see, because I usually like Uniballs. And because it's 0.7, we'll see. Is this gonna be the first 0.7 pen that I really like? I had to think. I had to just take some time and write. I like how the pen writes. If it was 0.5, it would be a 20 out of 10 for me. I think I need to get used to writing with 0.7. Let me know in the comments below what you typically write with, 0.5, 0.7. It's comfortable and it's such an easy write. Like you can just write without applying a lot of pressure. And look at how bold it is. It really is bold. So I'm gonna give this one a chance. I don't normally write in 0.7, but this one is so bold and so comfortable to hold that I'm willing to give it a try. The last pen is this biodegradable Queso Caco, I think it's Queso green gel ink pen in 0.5 nib size. We've had these before in these really unique colors. I remember this like beautiful copper-esque Queso green pen before. Like I've had that, so I'm not new to this brand. I do like how these typically write. My only hiccup here is that they typically don't have a grip right here. So it's just, you know, kind of like a smooth pen, which is nothing wrong with that. But when I'm writing, I need resistance. So a grip is usually my best friend. Okay, let's try it out. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot. The ink is really bold. It's an easy write. Yeah, it doesn't have a grip on it, and that's okay. I wouldn't be able to use it for like an extended period of time, but this is a comfortable writing experience still. I do have to write a little bit harder with this pen than I did with the Zento pen. I'm just trying to compare the ink, which one is a little bit more bold. Obviously this one is thicker than this one down here, but they seem about the same as far as boldness. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I think this Moonshine pen shocked me so much that I'm just in awe. This was the first pen subscription box in a very long time where I'm like, every single pen is staying with me. I know like not everyone likes black ink, not everyone likes 0.5 or even 0.38. So I know you have to do blue ink sometimes and different options and markers and whatnot. But this right here, this is Imani. These colors are spring, they're beautiful, they're neutral with still having like that little bit of pop of color. It's exactly what I need. I'm absolutely in love with this. Okay, sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm absolutely in love with this. I really like this box, y'all. Let me know your thoughts below. Did you decide to get the February box? I loved it, and that's why I kept it. The sneak peeks that I saw, I said, okay, I think this is gonna be a good box for me. And I was right. This is my box, y'all. I feel like this box was made for Imani, so thank you, Cloth and Paper. It wasn't, and this is not sponsored by Cloth and Paper in any way, but this was still really nice. We love to see it. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. My area is a little bit messy. We are going to plan for the upcoming week in my half letter. Okay, I had to take a break in between filming because that box was everything. I'm ready to plan for the upcoming week though, and I want to start with weekly admin. So I know Monday is President's Day. Shout out to a 3-day weekend. Shout out to the presidents because I needed a break. It's the 19th, so we're gonna write 19 and the rest of the dates. I decided to try out the Zento 0.7. I don't like how that 19 looks. So like I said, I think I just need to adjust to writing with a different nib size, but we'll get used to it, I think. We'll see. Okay, so I just got done writing. I realized that when the nib size is bigger, I kind of have to write taller. We're getting super deep into the mechanics of writing here, but hey, it's something I'm passionate about. But I realized when I write taller numbers, it helped me not look at that and say ew, right? So I don't know, we'll test out that theory as we continue to plan, but this week is pretty chill because there's no work. I have to go into work on the 20th. 23rd, there's a fashion show, or is that the 25th? The 25th might be the fashion show. And also I'm going to brunch on the 25th. So really during the week, not a lot going on, but I do need to grab some page flags. Do I want to do page flags again? I did page flags last week and I really liked it, and I'm gonna do it again. Let's go for it. Okay, so I just got done writing. I just did the full, at least plan for the weekly admin insert. As you can see, the writing looks a little scrunched. I'm gonna have to practice like writing tall. I think that's how I can make this work for me. But it's nice, and I love weekly admin. Someone asked me why I use weekly admin and the week on 2 pages. I forgot what Cloth and Paper calls this. I'll have to look that up. But I use it literally just because I like to see just the events on one page and then the to-do list on the other page. Yes, I do write the events on the day that they're occurring, but for me, it's just nice to see all the events on one page and then all the to-do lists on a separate page. I don't know. It works for me, y'all. So sometimes I just can't explain it. And sometimes it actually does not make any sense, but I really like it. So that's kind of why I use both. So moving on to the week on 2 pages. The 19th is no work. I'm really hoping to get all of my content work done over these next couple days so I can just truly relax on the 19th. Otherwise, like, why are we taking the day off, right? Why are we having the day off? 23rd is Friday. So we're gonna payday there. And then for the 22nd, I usually do a nice financial self-care thing in the evening. So we'll just write finance check in, if that fits. Okay, this, I'm still getting used to it, so I'm gonna be patient, but I don't like it so far. The 25th is brunch, and that'll be at I think we said 12:30. And I think that's all I have to do this week. I don't have any appointments for once, but if you saw the other plans with me, is it plans with me or plan with me's? Okay, how do you say plan with me in the plural? Is it plans with me or plan with me's? I think it's plan with me's. I don't know. I'll figure it out from a grammatical standpoint later. But it's been a busy February thus far. I mean, every weekend there have been events almost every day. So I'm really glad to kind of see some relaxation. Oh, I know. I planned a date night for the 23rd. Okay, we're gonna switch pens to the Gray ink pen from Deli. And then I'm going to, did I pull out the previous week? No, I did not. I'm gonna pull out the previous week and get the to-do list started. Okay, so I just wrote a quick to-do list. I like the idea of leaving a few blank. I did that last week for our wedding meeting that we were having after I planned for the upcoming week. That gave me enough space to write a few more to-dos, which I actually ended up doing. Let me just show you quickly. So I needed to scan some wedding docs and actually took up the remainder of what I had there. So I like leaving the space. So I'm gonna do that here as well. I don't like the fact that the inks are so different on the page. Like that definitely looks like a gray, and then this is like super bold, bright and in your face ink. But what we're gonna do is use this highlighter. I think I want to do the chocolate milk one to add a little color here, and maybe that'll help me feel a little bit better about it. So we like to highlight the week. Oh, I forgot to write my to-dos. Oops. Okay, this feels better. Let me write to-do quickly. Okay, so chocolate milk adds a nice pop of color. I like this. It's minimal, neutral. I'm still getting used to this pen. I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I can ever really get used to it unless I'm like taking notes. I feel like that's when I would really like that pen. In fact, I'm gonna try it out. Hopefully sometime this week I'll listen to a podcast and try to take notes while I'm listening and use this pen. I think that's when I will like it best because it's easy. The way the pen and the nib work together, it's easy to write quickly and still have like this bold ink on the paper. So maybe I like it better there, but we'll see. Anyway, I wanted to also use, here's the weekly admin. So this is kind of how the plans are laid out in the planner. So I'll put that back quickly. Okay, my desk is a mess. Honestly, nothing short of a mess. I wanted to try out the Ivy Lee Method notepad because I really like this. Even though I already created a to-do list for the day, I want to just try it out, see how it is. The paper is smooth. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I don't know if like highlighter might bleed through, or at least shadow. It might not bleed through. And the paper is a little on the thinner side. So let's just try it out and then we can see how that works out. Okay, so what I did here was I just made a quick to-do list. I indicated priority using H and L, high and low. I think moving forward, I might just actually use a check mark if it is something that I need to prioritize. And if it's something that's kind of low priority, could wait until tomorrow, I will leave it blank. So I like this though. Oh, I like this a lot. I don't know how it would lay in my planner because it does seem a little bit longer than the inserts, but you know, we like to just switch things up here. So I wonder if I go back to, I have an inbox. Yeah, let me try putting on an inbox. Maybe that's where I'll use it at, the back of the inbox. I don't know. And it just might be something that stays on my desk next to me as I'm working, right? And then when I'm done with it, I'll put it in my planner. But for now, I just really love this. It's a great way to make a quick to-do list and not need to pull out your planner and take out more sticky notes. It's just another option. So I really like this, y'all. I don't know, this box, this was it for me. I really love this box. Before we go, let me just test this quickly as I said I would. So I just wrote on the mini oblong sticky note and oh, it did dry. So you could use an oil-based ink marking pen, at least the Unipen or Unipen, on the transparent mini oblong sticky note. I will say that it reminds me of parchment paper. It's not the typical sticky note paper, but it's cute. It works. This was a super long video. Thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate all of you. If you have any questions about the products you've seen in today's video, be sure to let me know in the comments below or feel free to send me an email. That's cool too. Thank you so much for watching and I will talk to you next time. Bye.